Very good morning to everyone. In this lecture CS8601 Mobile Computing, the Unit 1, the Introduction of Mobile Communication System. Here today we discuss the topic generation of mobile communication technology or generation of cellular communication technology. The introduction, the mobile communications has become more popular in last few years due to fast reform and from 1 gigahertz to 5 gigahertz. That is a first generation to fifth generation in mobile technology. In this reform is due to requirement of service capabilities, compatible transmission technology and very high increase in telecommunications customers. The generation refers change in nature of services, compatible transmission technology and new frequency band. In 1980s, the middle cellular had started, and since then mobile communications have undergone considerable changes and experienced massive growth. Now we can move to the first generation of cellular technology. The first generation, these phones were the first mobile phone to be used in the world, which was introduced in 1982 and completely in early 1990. It was used for voice services and was based on technology called Advanced Phone Mobile Phone System, that is a AMPS. The AMPS system was frequently modulated and used for frequency division, multiplexing, multiple access with the channel capacity of 30 kHz and the frequency band of 824 to 894 MHz. Now, what are the features of advanced mobile phone system? So, the we can see the architecture advanced mobile phone system. It introduced the mobile technology such as MTS, that is a mobile telephone system, and the AMTS, advanced mobile telephone system, and improve the mobile telephone system IMTS and push to talk PTT. It has low capacity and unreliable handoff and poor voice link and no security. At all since voice calls were played back in the radio towers, making these calls susceptible to unwanted eavesdropping by third parties. Now we can move to the second generation. The second generation referred to the second generation based on the GSM and was emerged in 1980s. It uses the digital signal for voice transmission. Mainly focused of this technology was the digital signal and provide the services to deliver the text and picture messages at a low speed in kilobits per second. It uses the bandwidth of 30 to 200 kilohertz, and also the next second generation 2.5G system uses the packet switched and circuit switched domain and provide data rate up to 144 kilobits per second. For example, in this second generation technology, there is a GPRS and CDMA and Edge. So we can move to the features of 2.5G and 2G. The first few features is data speed was up to 64 kilobits per second and it uses the digital signals. It enables services such as text messages, picture messages and multimedia messages. It provides better quality and also the capacity functions and unable to handle the complex data such as videos and audio system. And it required strong digital signals to help mobile phones work if there is no network coverage in any specific area. Digital signals would weak. So this is a 2G generation. So the GSM technology was continuously improved to better services like a development of advanced technology between the 2G and then 3G. So it provide more calls and send and receive the emails, messages, web browsing applications, the speed up range of 64 to 144 kilobits per second, and we are using the cameras and take a time of 6 to 9 minutes to download a 3 minutes of mp3 songs. Now we can move to the third generation. The third generation of cellular technology, it is based on the GSM and was launched in 2000s. The aim of this technology was to offer the high speed data. The original technology was improved to allow the data of 14 megabits per second and more using packet switching. It uses the wide band wireless network which clarity is increased. It also offers data services, access to television, video, new services like a global running. It operates a range of 2100 MHz and has a bandwidth of 15 to 20 MHz used for high speed internet services and video chatting systems. Now, what are the futures of in this 3G technology? It increased the speed of 2 MHz per second. It typically used smartphones. It increased the bandwidth and data transfer rate to accommodate the web-based applications like audio and video files. It provides the fast communication. It send and receive the large email messages, high-speed web or more security video conferencing and 3D gaming. And it is a large capacities and broadband capabilities like a TV streaming, mobile TV for mobile phones. To download a 3 minutes MP3 song only 11 second, 1.5 minutes time required. It is a expensive fees for 3G license services. It was challenges to build the infrastructure for 3G and a high bandwidth requirement, expensive of 3G phones like a large cell phones. So the 3G mobile system was called as a universal mobile telecommunication system in Europe, while the CDMA 2000 is the name of American 3G variant. Also, the IMT 2000 has accepted as a new 3G standard for China. Therefore, TD-SDMA and WCDMA is the air interface technology for the universal mobile telecommunication system. Now we can move to the fourth generation. The fourth generation offers a downloading speed of up to 100 megabytes per second. The 4G provides some features as a 3G and additional services like multimedia, newspapers, to watch TV programs with more clarity and send the data faster than previous generation. This is a long-term evaluation. The LTE is considered as a 4G technology. It is developed to accommodate the quality of service and rate requirement by set of forthcoming applications like a wireless broadband access, the multimedia message service like a video chat, mobile TV, high definition TVs, digital video broadcasting DVB, minimum services like a voice and data and other services that utilize the band of frequencies. So, what are the advantages or what are the features of this 4G technology? It provide 100 megabits per second to 1 gigabits per second speed, high quality streaming videos, and a combination of Wi-Fi and WiMAX technologies, high security, and also it provide a kind of services at any time as per the use of user requirement and expanded multimedia services, low cost and battery usage is more hard to implement and need complicated hardware and also expensive equipment required to implement the next generation network. So in this session we are discussed the generation of various generation of mobile cellular technology. Thank you for watching this video.